here is the product in sort of the stowed away state. And as I pointed out, there's just a simple shaft that comes in, and you can take that product, put it in, and slot it in, and that's it there. You can also move from table mount to clamp, and it stays in position. And then when you need to activate it into desktop mode, all you're doing is grabbing that, and it sort of clicks into place. So Tom, if you don't mind coming around from this side so folks can see, just sort of sliding that, it stays into position there, and then you're grabbing that, and it clicks into place, and now it's in desktop mode. And so now to show you the video feed, so what you're seeing here is the live feed from the camera, and what I have running here is the actual QuickTime software on my computer. So it's default, there's no other processing going on. And you'll see that the camera just shows up as a stream cam because that's what it is, and then I've set the quality to maximum. The audio that you're hearing is from our mics that are attached to our body so that as we move around, you can hear it, but we'll make sure we have a component where we'll do a recording with the mics from the stream cam so that folks can hear that. We'll upload that recording so you can see it. Amazing. So to start with, and I'm just going to do the demonstrations of the different movements, and between Tom and the feed, we'll oscillate to show that. So first and foremost, on this horizontal axis, you've got the ability to slide. And the sliding is sort of on internal bearings. It's fairly straightforward. And then there's also a pan and rotate experience. So you can sort of rotate the camera on this axis. And then finally, you've got a camera head that allows for you to rotate. Now, the advantage of these three independent movements is that if you wanted, you can get it right into position. But the cool experience is by just grabbing the camera ring here, I can get and manipulate the entire horizontal sliding experience just by gripping this camera ring. And so I can do these entire streams of movement all without needing to do anything else. So I can let go, and that's what the feed is in that state. Now, when I'm zooming in, what I'm going to do is position this over these two model cars or toy cars. And what you're doing is gripping this multi-point button experience and pushing it and letting go, and it stays there. And so as I need to position in the horizontal plane, I just move it and let it go. And then this one I can grab from the top, from the bottom, and I'm able to zoom in and out fairly easily or move on the vertical axes with a lot of ease. And so here I've got this on a little pedestal, but I can show it to you on the paper so you can see that, or you can get in pretty close. And then as you're seeing, the camera's autofocusing. There's no additional steps needed. But then for folks, if you need to do and manage your focus, say for something that you're showing, you're not planning on changing the height, and you really want it to be that tack sharp experience, there is the ability for you to control that.
I think just something else to mention on the control is that you can see that there's a texture around the ring. So if you are kind of handling the demonstration and there's a lot of things going on, you can just kind of feel for where some of these touch points are. You can also see it in terms of the buttons. That there's a groove there. So as you're kind of feeling around for it, you can also kind of locate your fingers to the right place.
Thank you, Grace. And yeah, the whole point was we wanted this to be sort of an experience that you can do from memory,
right?
As opposed to needing to think about and futz about with physical buttons or digital buttons in your flow, where if you need to sort of move it, just move it. If you need to get closer, just get closer. And then finally, this pivoting camera head. So we can do full 360 degrees in this orientation, and sorry if that's disorienting. And then you can do 0 to 180 on this side. And then finally, the camera ring itself will go a full 0 to 360. But what that means is if I'm trying to do and show you things like these figurines or these this car example, I can now quickly transition to something else and be able to show that to you with a fair amount of ease while having this point of view experience that's pretty unique, which otherwise you may have needed to have a camera that's mounted to your chest. And so we can sort of do things like I can hold this car, talk about and show the details with ease, and sort of it's in the same orientation that I have, as opposed to an inverted view or anything like that.